If you want to see how to get these defined, moisturized, bouncy curls using bentonite clay, then keep on watching. The 3 ingredients I'll be using is the Indian Healing Clay, which is the bentonite clay, ACV or apple cider vinegar, and water. So I looked online and saw many different recipes with different combinations of the water, ACV, and bentonite clay, so I just decided to eyeball it. Plus it didn't say how long the hair would be or how much it would cover, and I have a lot of hair, so. And then I just decided, nah, I need a little more. It still wasn't enough, but I'm glad I did this. You'll see why. Next, I'm going in with the apple cider vinegar, and it is good to put this in before the water and let it aerate and foam up for 10 to 15 seconds. This will help reduce the clumping in your mixture. It's also good that you add ACV to bring down the pH of the clay, because the clay has a pH of between 8.3 and 9, and the pH of the apple cider vinegar is between 2 and 3, so that'll bring it down to a healthy level between 4 and 7 for your hair and scalp. Now, this may not be exact because, like I said, I'm eyeballing or whatnot, and I don't have pH strips, but that's just how I'm rolling. But if you do want to be exact, it would be good to get some pH strips just so that you could test the pH of your mixture. Now going in with the water to make the mixture the consistency I would like it to be. Another thing to mention is you do not want to use any metal utensils or objects when making this bentonite mask. The reason being is that metal reacts with the clay and can activate the clay before it reaches your hair, reducing its ability to detoxify your hair. So you do not want that to happen. So I decided that it was a little too liquidy for my liking, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little more of the clay and make it a little thicker to make it easier to apply to my hair and it won't be as messy. Now I'm ready for the application process. I did pre-poo my hair the night prior with coconut oil, so my hair is still a little damp from adding some water and conditioner to help detangle. So that's why I didn't add any oil, because I already have coconut oil in my hair. So you don't want to add this to dry hair. You do want to make sure your hair is damp, not soaking wet, but damp when you're adding this, because if it's dry and you add this, good luck getting it out. So some people may be asking, so what is bentonite clay and what's the point? Well, bentonite clay is a mud-like substance derived from volcanic ash, possessing a negative charge or anionic, which just makes it ideal for clay, which is cleansing and detoxifying because it has the ability to remove positively charged or cationic conditioners, products, and pollutants that can build up on the hair and scalp. It is also said to have the ability to draw out toxins, heavy metals, chemicals, and impurities. So why on your hair? Because it's able to do all those things, removing toxins, adding moisture, conditioning, softening, reducing frizz. So it's especially good for people with dry scalp, dry or damaged hair, frizziness, heat damage, or experience lack of shine. If any of those apply to you, then you may want to consider giving bentonite clay a chance. And I just also want to mention that bentonite clay does make an awesome face mask as well. It is a more stripping than, say, Rosol clay, which I use. I try to do it once a week or sometimes once every 2 weeks. But bentonite clay is an awesome detoxifier for your skin as well. Once you're done with the application, you want to cover your hair with the cap. I used a plastic bag to prevent your hair from drying out and wait 20 to 30 minutes. I waited 30 minutes and then I rinsed it out. 30 minutes. This is my hair all rinsed out, no product. Get a little close up. And you can see my curls starting to come together, which has no product in it. So looking good, . I then used a Mielle Magango oil hydrating conditioner on my hair and did a wash and go, and I'll be back with my results.
Hey y'all, so let me scoot back. Hey y'all, so I'm back from doing a wash and go, and I really did enjoy this. Just know that I barely have any left. I'm like down here. This is the second time that I did a Bentonite Clay mask, and since I have a lot of hair, I had to use quite a bit, so I will be buying another one of these, and I probably will be putting this into my regimen maybe like once a month. I really liked it because, for one, I didn't have to use shampoo, because if you use this, you don't need to use shampoo because this is a detoxifier. So you don't need to use a shampoo when you use this. So that's one thing. It did help define my curls. I believe I came back with a clip of showing my curls. I did. Showing my curls after I rinsed it out, and yeah, if you need a curl booster, go ahead and get you some Bentonite Clay. Now, the negatives. One, if you don't mix it to the correct consistency, and I don't necessarily want to say correct, but to the consistency where it's not messy, then it can become messy. It can become a messy process. But generally, I'm in my living room, and that's only because I was filming. Otherwise, I would be in my bathroom and it wouldn't be a problem. So that's not a big con for me, but that is just one thing to look out for. And the other thing, this is what was getting on my nerves, I guess. It is so hard to wash out. It is so hard to wash out. Oh my gosh. So I was in the shower, and I had my head under the shower head for a while, just letting it, majority of it, rinse out. I have one of those shower heads where you could take it off and you could put it, you know, directly wherever you want to put it. And I had it on the highest concentration so that it would just, you know, put a lot of pressure, or highest pressure, I would say, place the highest pressure on my scalp. And I was trying to make sure all got out. I thought it did. I went ahead and I used the Mielle Magango hydrating conditioner, and I really like this because I felt like after using a detoxifier or a cleanser or something like that, I like to go in with something very moisturizing, or hydrating, moisturizing, and that's what this is. This doesn't have any protein in it. I'm not somebody who stays away from protein, but in a situation like this where I just want to make sure all the moisture gets back into my hair, I like to use something like this. So I use this. I sat under the steamer. I rinsed it out in the sink. Then when I went to the bathroom to style my hair, I realized that right here, I still had some clay, and I checked this side. I still had some clay here. So those were my two problem areas, and it seemed like it just took forever. Oh my gosh. So I had went back to the sink, and I had my mirror next to me so that I wouldn't have to keep going back to the bathroom to see if it was gone. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this stuff is never gonna come out. So that is just the most frustrating part. So the next time I do this, I'm gonna be very intentional, very, very, very intentional about getting it out while I'm in the shower. I thought I did, but I did not look close enough, and I didn't. So when I was doing it in the sink, it just made it so hard. I was just laying there like with the head of the sink, you know, just right here. Just, it seemed like forever. And you do want to rinse it out with warm water. That helps get it out. But that was my biggest con. So that's what I'm gonna have to work through. If any of you guys have suggestions for me, let me know. Because like I said, I don't do this like that, but I do want to incorporate it into my regimen somehow, maybe once a month. Haven't decided yet, but overall, I would definitely do it again. And I am going to do it again. So, and this wash and go, I do have a video, or I haven't put it up yet, but I plan on putting it up before this one, and it is with the Mielle Organics product. So if you want to see that, please make sure you check the previous video. But yeah, let me know what you think about my hair, about the definition, about the Bentonite Clay, about the process. Let me know what you think. Have you used Bentonite Clay before? What all do you put in it? Because I use just the Bentonite Clay, ACV, apple cider vinegar, and water. But I know sometimes people add other things in there. So do you just use those three? Do you add oils? Do you add all that other stuff? I didn't feel like I needed to do that because I pre-pooped my hair the day before. So I already had a good amount of coconut oil in my hair. So I didn't feel like I needed to put any oils in the Bentonite Clay because I want it to work as good as possible, and I didn't want to tone it down with any oils. But let me know how you guys use it and how it works for you, what you like to do, because we can all learn from each other. So yeah, If you're new here, please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when I post. Please follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and I do have a TikTok now. Please go ahead and do that. So go ahead and leave any questions, comments, suggestions, anything like that down below. Anything you want to see from me, I do listen and I do reply to you all. So please make sure that you comment, and that does help with the engagement on my channel, as well as sharing. Especially share to anyone who you feel like can benefit from a video like this or from my channel. And once again, please subscribe. So yeah, I appreciate the support either way. As always, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.